dentist problem, but Barron, I guess, is going graduation from high school just one day, but we can't go to that. Maybe if the president says I have a wisdom tooth that's impacted, I think I could maybe see Barron, who would certainly stand out in the graduation line. So I think every day it's going to be interesting to see sketches and accounts of what happens inside the court.
All right, great talk, everyone. Up next, Hillary Clinton can't get that one from out of her head. The alarming thing she's accusing him of. Next.
From pep in their step to shine in their coats, when people switch their dog's food to the farmer's dog, the effects can seem like magic. But there's no magic involved. It's just smarter, healthier pet food. It's amazing what real food can do.
I'm running a Max protein with 30 grams of protein. Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Ensure Max Protein. 30 grams protein, 1 gram sugar, 25 vitamins and minerals, and a new fiber blend with a prebiotic.
From the creators of Jesus Revolution.
This is everything we have. We need to pray.
Revival. A gift to your family.
But you don't have to put the wax back on if you just keep making it for you.
Right. But you just need the hand buckles there.
Oh, yeah. Rated DJ.
Hello, Ghostbusters. It's Doug. We help people customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. You got a bit of a situation. Sure, I can help.
Then again, if the pockets are on the scene, you don't have to put it in either.
So, what is love? I don't know. Puppies? Candy? What? I got nothing. You gotta call the love doctor. Love is somebody that likes or likes someone. Something when you make people laugh. At children's hospitals with children, it's so much more. Love is being able to stand. At children's hospital, love is being independent.
And a waistband. That's all it is.
Love is dancing.
And some Velcro if you want Velcro instead of a zipper.
At children's hospital for children, love is a new smile. Love is a new prosthetic leg.
Yeah. Well, I like
it's $19 a month for people like you can help children's hospitals for children help people like me.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, there are children just like me that need the life-saving help of children's hospitals for children.
That's all
When
you're
you
going to
let
use
them
them
know you
for, but
care,
you're going
when
to
they
wear
give
them
you just
around.
60 cents a day, when you call today, send you this adorable Love to the Rescue blanket as a thank you and as a reminder of the love you gave to a child in need. When you send your love to the rescue today, call now and give a child like me the gift of hope. Thank you. Thank you.
Please call now. If operators are busy, please call again or go online and send your love to the rescue.
Your call says you care.
The Trump trial begins.
This entire trial is nothing but a sham.
As both sides make their opening statements, Sean breaks down what you need to know tonight on Hannity.
Well,
it may not sound
KB when
but this is
actually like that, we used to make them right there.
225 miles per hour.
But that is
Shell Renewable Race Fuel. Reducing emissions by 60% in all NTT Indy Car Series races.
Those are
We're moving
fun of them now. But I'm talking because I used to get leg rash.
Well, from the wax, you mean. That's what does it, the wax.
20 years of Sleep Number Smart.
That's why they did it, to stop you from getting rash on your legs. From the wax, that's why they had them so long.
Now, save up to $800 on select Sleep Number Smart Bed or 0% interest for 36 months. Shop now at sleepnumber.com.
Sleepy, headaches, dry skin, you're probably dehydrated. Try Liquid Labs Rapid Hydration. It's packed with all 5 essential electrolytes, tastes amazing, and way less sugar than sports drinks. Rehydrate and feel better with Liquid Labs. Grab Liquid Labs in the Walmart vitamin aisle today.
Hi, I'm Jay Jackson.
For
almost 20 years, Abacus Life has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors. And in just seconds, you can use the free calculator at abacuspace.com.
1978.
Might be worth.
Board Rider design.
Well,
hibiscus rate $53.
Sell or lapse your policy without going to abacuspace.com first. There are no fees and no obligations. Get the real value of life insurance when you need it with Abacus.
Well, it looks like a certain somebody is still living rent-free in Hillary Clinton's head. The former Secretary of State is making her most unhinged attack yet regarding the guy she lost to in 2016. And yes, she did lose. This is the quote she just came out with. Trump is like Gaga over Vladimir Putin because Putin does what he would like to do. Kill his opposition, imprison his opposition, drive journalists and others into exile, rule without any check or balance. That's what Trump really wants. But is this the type of obsession with Donald Trump drowning out President Biden's message? Some Democrats in the media think so. Watch this.
The problem for Joe Biden and the Democrats is Trump is crowding out, the trial is crowding out everything else. So Joe Biden goes out and does major policy things, but everything else is crowded out. And it's the Trump story.
This is a guy that doesn't care if he is the hero or the heel. He just wants to be the star. And in so many ways, he gets what he wants. And when we're focusing on him, I do worry electorally that he has a slight advantage.
Taylor, do you think so? Do you think Gavin Newsom is saying something that's a legitimate worry?
Yeah.
Whereas,
absolutely. Look, I remember 2016, and at the time I was at CNN, they were obsessed with Donald Trump. You might as well call it the Donald Trump channel, and gave them maximum coverage. It's the same today. And I understand what you're saying, Marie, about the fact pattern of the case, despite being bogus. But we're not hearing from the witnesses in the case. We're hearing about what the witnesses are saying to the reporters. We are hearing from Trump. And where other liberal networks used to not take his statements, they are now taking them in full. He has a megaphone.
I know, I watched it on CNN too.
He has a huge megaphone. They're right. And what's the left doing? Hillary Clinton's comments, like taking the most extreme portrayal of him, which, by the way, Joe Scarborough made similar comments saying Trump said he'd execute generals. He never said that. The left can rush with extreme caricatures. Trump just needs to speak directly to the American people every chance he gets.
But Dave, don't you think he should take it from the courtroom to do more bodega-like appearances, whether it's going to a supermarket, like you said?
I think you got to pick your battles. I mean, that's not going to, you can't do it every night. I mean, I sort of said last week, I would go, I'd pick a different grocery store every night and show the price of eggs. But if you can't do that every night, then
but it is a good idea.
That's what I do think he should do something in the evenings. Like, let's go to get pizza, sir. What do you want to do? Like, get him out, get him into the city. When he was at the bodega, everyone was cheering for him. Little kids crying like, oh my God, you're going to meet the president. Like, they were incredible. I think today he could have gone and done some solidarity with some Jewish students at Columbia.
Hurley.
Or
Hurley's Australia.
Yale, and it's not far. You can get to New Haven.
Good news is it's not ending.
And also, though it is Passover, so I know a lot of them are leaving, and it's not ending. So, like, there are definitely ways that he could get involved. What about going to a girls' sporting event and supporting them after Biden just changed Title IX, right? Or how about the fact that we had those migrants who were playing on the kids' soccer field this weekend, and the American kids are not allowed to play? Like, why don't you go there and say, I'll make sure that you can play today. Yes, there are a lot of things he could do. What is weird is that Hillary Clinton says that Donald Trump really wants the opposition to be killed. But House Democrats this week killed any opportunity for President Trump to have Secret Service protection in the future if he's convicted. And he's convicted. And so that also, I know, like, that might just be a fringe part of the Democrats, but they voted for it, so I would pay attention to that. I do think Hillary Clinton appearing on Mark Elias's podcast is just fodder, right? Like, why would you do that? If you think Trump is in so much trouble, let him hang there by himself. You can have Biden go and do an event that Thursday that nobody pays attention to, but who gets headlines? Who gets bad headlines for that? It's Hillary Clinton every single time.
Crossfire Hurricane reunion. That's what it was, and they just got a microphone out. So why not have a rally in the Bronx? Why not book the Garden and do something on a Friday night after your last court appearance?
I'd do the Garden. I'd do the Bronx. I'd do a gas station. I'd do the docks. Yep. I'd hit Staten Island. I'd go over to New Jersey.
Staten Island loves it.
Staten Island is Trump country. But the guy needs exercise. He's usually golfing. And so you're going to put a man who's almost 80 sitting in a room like this on his butt for all that time? It's not healthy. You know how big of a health nut I am. He needs sunlight, and he needs activity. He needs to be walking around. He needs action. It's really cruel and unusual punishment to make a man do that. And anytime he moves, they threaten to throw him in prison. Hillary said, I mean, think about how far we've come. And I'm looking at you.
I can feel it.
They called Bush a cowboy. That's kind of a compliment. Oh, a cowboy. Then they said McCain, the worst knock on him is that he wasn't black.
Security area and neutralize all black
obviously lose to the first black president. And then Romney, what did he do? He had a car garage elevator. And then he said 47% of the country didn't really pay taxes. That was the word. And they went from that to homicide.
Right. Well, they're taking 12. Well, they're 20. And sometimes, well, that could be the outside.
Because the Republican Party
The outside,
went from normal
waistband
to homicidal.
bottom of the outside.
Republicans did. And look, Hillary Clinton is not the perfect voice out there. I agree. I don't think she's
20 inches where from here to here.
No, that would be the outside.
Right.
I think the question-facing voters, whether someone is from every ethical, political, legal norm that does things no other Republican, Mitt Romney would never do. I'm sorry that Donald Trump has to be forced because he has been accused of election.
So that's the outside.
So that's going to be shorter like you like.
We also, Brian, know that the voters care about this. And the latest polling, a large number of voters say the future of American democracy, our rights, our freedom, that really matters to them. For more than people believe, I say there is irony, though. Hillary Clinton on Mark Elias' podcast, Steele Dossier, decides that illegal payments, they lied about it, and actually under $30,000 fine. Hillary Clinton,
you know what? They're using a lot of very they're using very high-tech fabrics these days too. Oh, I know. Stretch this way, stretch that way. Four-way stretch. Which is weird. I don't understand how you can even have four-way stretch.
Meanwhile, ahead. The Ivy League's being overrun by pro-Hamas lunatics, jetting death threats to Jewish students, and turning violent. More than one. Don't move.
That was like something I
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything down to the stud.
From design and products to removal and installation,
It turned out amazing.
Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call or visit rebath.com for your free in-home design consultation.
Let's get started. No, where's your mask?
I really tried sleeping with it, everybody. Now I sleep with Inspire.
Inspire? No mask?
Just sleep.
Learn more and view important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
South Dakota has a blueprint for success. Recently, we led the nation in new home building, but we're still growing so fast. We need to hire more builders to keep up. So I'm pitching in. South Dakota is the freest state in the nation. We have no state income tax, and we offer apprenticeship training, so you can get right to work.
South Dakota. Freedom works here.
We're gonna call that a skylight.
When I started MyPillow, it was just a problem-solution, one-product company. Well, since then, with the help of my dedicated employees, we now have hundreds of products, some you might not even know about. To get the word out, we're having a $25 extravaganza. 2-pack multi-use MyPillows, $25. MyPillow sandals, $25. And for the first time ever, our 6-pack towel sets, you guessed it, just $25. Our brand new 4-pack dish towels, $25. And I've never done this before. Premium MyPillows with all new Giza fabric, any size, any loft level, even king size for only $25. And there's so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code for our $25 extravaganza. Order $75 and over. Your entire order ships absolutely free.
Can peace of mind fit into just 3 fruits and 3 veggie supplements? Yes. We start by sourcing the best fruit and vegetable ingredients. We ensure that all our produce meets our rigorous standards in order to give you the highest quality product possible. They are then washed, cut, and put through an advanced vacuum cold process that removes the water using pressure. We then take great care in grinding them into a fine powder. These powdered ingredients are then mixed and encapsulated, locking out air and moisture. The capsules are then bottled and shipped right to your door so you can experience your own personal balance of nature success story.
I've looked at other supplements out there, and they don't have what Balance of Nature has.
Balance of Nature really was the game changer. I'm serious, it works.
It is a great product. Otherwise, it wouldn't be taken.
Get 35% off and $10 off any additional sets as a preferred customer by using discount code Fox News.
University of Maryland Global Campus is a school for real life, one that values the successes you've already achieved. Earn up to 90 undergraduate credits for relevant experience. and get the support you need from your first day to graduation day and beyond. What will your next success be?
Life insurance is too important to put off another day. That's why Select Quote makes getting coverage you need easy. Now get up to a $2 million policy with no medical exam and same-day coverage.
Visit SelectQuote.com now.
I tried a bunch of different probiotics before seed.
And they didn't help. It addressed my bloating and my irregularity. It's really helping my daily bowel movements and keeping me pretty regular. I started feeling better and less bloated, felt flatter, lighter. I just keep going back to seed because it actually works.
Now I walk around smiling every day because I don't get bloated anymore.
Never forget the 7th of October! Never forget the 7th of October! Not 1 more time! Not 5 more times! Not 10 more times! Not 100 more times! Not 1,000 more times! Not 10,000 times!
Pro-Hamas lunatics raging across America's Ivy League campuses. Anti-Israel encampments that started at Columbia are now spreading like a cancer to Yale and other universities. With Passover beginning this weekend, brainwashed radical left-wing students are spewing out some of the most hateful anti-Semitic slogans that they can think of at Jewish students. Some are even getting physically violent. One student claims she was stabbed in the eye during protests at Yale. Things are so bad at Columbia, they actually had to cancel all in-person classes and go virtual. A rabbi there warning Jews to stay away from campus because it's just too dangerous. But radical AOC seems to have no problem with the current campus protests. The squad congresswoman was at a Biden climate event when she said this.
It is especially important that we remember the power of young people shaping this country today, of all days, as we once again witness the leadership of those peaceful student-led protests on campuses like Columbia, Yale, Berkeley, and many others.
But leave it to the New York Times to downplay such disgusting displays of anti-Semitism. That's just a pizza party for Jew haters. Check out this headline. At Columbia, the protests continued with dancing and pizza. Dana, usually the New York Times wouldn't describe any sort of violent event in the United States. It's just a dancing pizza party. What happened here?
I think that academia, for over the years, has graduated people that now work in a lot of places, especially the media, and then you see this coming out. And one of the things that's happening is this is spreading like wildfire, but then you realize it was kind of all there beneath the surface because it doesn't just happen overnight. This has been building, but what I think is really interesting is that these students in the last little bit, they've gone from calling for a ceasefire to being pro-Hamas and being very open of saying, like, we want Jews to die. We want Israel to go away. And you have a rabbi having to tell Jewish students, for your own safety, you have to leave the university. This is academia in 2024. Nate Silver had a piece, it used to be New York Times, and now he does his own thing. And he's a real good pollster, but he recommended to everyone this weekend, like, stop trying to go to these Ivy League schools. Go to a state school, you'll be fine. And academia and education has been so important, and especially in the Jewish community, that this is a real wake-up call for them. The tough thing for anti-Semitism truthers is that we're all watching this. It's all available for us to see. So the New York Times can have that ridiculous headline, but the video and the pictures are there for everyone to see. It's very chilling. And my last point is the president has put out a statement over the weekend through a spokesperson. Fine, great. It was like that was a pretty decent statement. But why isn't he speaking? He had an opportunity today, and Kaylee will remember this. Let's say, of course, the president wants to talk about Earth Day. I get it. But the news of the day is that you have Jewish students literally being told to go home because they are in danger of their safety. And you don't think you should top the president's Earth Day speech with something that reassures them that you're on their side? I find that missed opportunity to be very unfortunate, to say the least.
Happy Earth Day, by the way.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
The president,
to all who celebrate.
They did catch up to him as he was leaving the Earth Day event. Let's listen to what he said.
Do you condemn the anti-Semitic protests on college campuses?
I condemn the anti-Semitic protest. That's why I set up a program to deal with that. I also condemn those who don't understand what's going on with the Palestinians.
Did he just say there are fine people on both sides?
Yeah, we have to understand, yeah, with the Palestinians. I watched that. I watched it in closed caption in my office because there's nothing. He just stopped writing. Because they have to understand what's happening with the Palestinians, and then he just slurred 4 or 5 words. And then he answered. Then the follow-up question right after that was, what do you think should happen with the president? They're calling him for the resign. He goes, I didn't know she resigned. So he was totally out of the loop. We're the people next to him. You guys would know, but don't you brief the president before this is what they're going to be yelling at you? These are the issues that's going to be happening. This president, maybe you should take a look at this video before you go out there.
Or also, you know that President Trump's going to be in court all day, so why don't you want to be in the head of the news and say, I'm the president, I'm going to talk about anti-Semitism today and lead it.
Absolutely.
You do that.
How about this? I would actually think a good president would pick up the phone to the Columbia president and the NYPD and say, you get on campus.
Yeah.
That's out of control in New York City. It's only going to get worse. Don't wait for them to call. If you have to, you call the president, say you're coming in, say you heard about some type of illegal activity happening on that campus. I need to go in there. Now in Yale, we watched live this morning on Fox and Friends. Jesse, I know you didn't get up until Dana was on, so I'll put you in. That was some of the in-between segment stuff. But on Fox and Friends at Yale, they were blocking the entrances. Cops have made an announcement. You better stop blocking the entrances. They arrested 49 people. Then it got to be an organized protest. It's mixed in with students. It's not just Yale students. It's not just Columbia students. The students told us today that they're just passing off IDs and they're getting onto campus. So these are people just creating havoc. There's some students there, and I just think if the president wants to take control, there's anarchy and there's anti-Semitism. I think we can be against anarchy and anti-Semitism. This is not a hard one.
So I guess COVID and now anti-Semitism have forced the cancellation of in-person learning now.
Yeah, apparently so. And we know the consequences of that and how devastating it is. You know, the president was roaming through a forest there, it looked like, when he was answering these comments. You remember the press aide in the Easter bunny outfit that, like, hopped up and diverted him during Easter? Well, he needs, like, a press aide disguised as a bear or raccoon or something. Stop that, because that was not a good look. You know, they put out this White House statement, and then AOC, the remarks she played, happened at that Earth Day event. After that, Biden said, Rep. Ocasio-Cortez at NY, I learned a long time ago, listen to that lady. This was right after she made the remarks condoning the protests. Imagine if this was happening on Trump's watch and Marjorie Taylor Greene got up there condoning anti-Semitic protests where people are shouting October 7th will not happen one time but 10,000 times. Kafir Beavis, little 1-year-old, abducted 10,000 times. Babies in oven 10,000 times. Marjorie Taylor Greene endorses that and then Trump endorses her? What would the headlines be? What would the headline? But they don't exist because this is Joe Biden and Ocasio-Cortez.
I'll give you the last word.
Well, it did happen when Donald Trump was president. I mean, one of the reasons Joe Biden said he ran for president was watching Charlottesville, right? I went to UVA. I watched what happened on that college campus when they shouted, Jews will not replace us. And I think that, you know, the Biden administration has made fighting anti-Semitism a key part of their agenda. Doug Emhoff, the second gentleman, he's Jewish. He talked about it a lot. But I agree. I think he should be out there talking more. I think that we have lost in this country any ability to reasonably and rationally debate what's happening right now. To your point, Dana, it started off with, okay, what does a ceasefire look like? What is an end to this conflict look like? What should we do with Palestinian refugees? How do we Palestinian governance? All of that. When it transitions into pro-Hamas, anti-Semitic rhetoric, wherever that is, right? I think that is where the line has to be drawn. And I was happy to hear the Biden statement about it, and I obviously want to hear more. And I'd like President Trump also to weigh in on it as well.
Marie, though, I don't think it's a matter of our society being unable to debate. These are crazy, radicalized kids that we should ask who did this. I'd like to know on TikTok how many pro-Palestinian stories have been on. If they've been on this if the average 15 to 22-year-old has been on TikTok for 90 minutes, 170 million people on a daily basis, and maybe even more, what are they learning on their newsfeed that gets them so incensed about the Palestinian cause, which is not something on the tip of everyone's tongue for the last 15 years. In fact, we were talking about the Abraham Accords, and the Palestinians have basically elected Hamas and nullified their acceptance as a possible organization and a possible state. We're going to give Brian a last word.
Thank you.
I had nobody saved from crime in Joe Biden's America, even liberal mayors.
ABC.
farmer wakes up and asks himself, what can I do to make a better cotton crop?
We believe that the best products are made in America and come fresh from the family farm.
And produced under the most sustainable farming techniques.
From our sheets to our blankets and quilts, this is a product that can be passed on. It can be a family heirloom.
Go to redlandcotton.com and receive 20% off your order with code FOX20.
This is everything we have. We need to pray.
Look around you. Your faith, your family, that's what makes you rich in life.
Unsung Hero, rated PG.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, and dirt are settling deep into your carpet fibers. Stanley Steamer removes the dirt you see and the dirt you don't. Your carpets aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
These bills are crazy.
She has no idea she's sitting on a gold mine. She doesn't know that if she owns a life insurance policy of $100,000 or more, she can sell all or part of it to Coventry for cash, even a term policy. Even a term policy?
Even on term!
Gotta install the chill wipers.
Find out if you're sitting on a gold mine. Call Coventry Direct today at 800-496-9200 or visit CoventryDirect.com.
Hi, Grandma. I played baseball today.
Oh, that's great.
What position did you play?
First base. That's where Grandpa used to play. When our hearing wouldn't allow us to use a regular phone, it made us feel isolated.
It became difficult to communicate with our friends and family.
Clear Captions was an easy solution for us.
Clear Captions provides captions on a phone like captioning on your TV, so you can see what the caller is saying live as they say it.
Making it easy to understand and respond immediately.
There is no insurance or Medicare required. Clear Captions service is provided at no cost to you through a federally funded program. We deliver, install, and train you on how to use your phone, all at no cost to you.
Give your loved ones the independence and connection they deserve.
Call now to see if you qualify to get a Clear Captions phone at no cost to you. Call 1-800-916-7705. That's 1-800-916-7705.
Sean Combs built a hip-hop empire. He was the biggest of gold.
That's when this house of cards starts collapsing. 4 people came forward alleging
all hope of a peaceful outcome for the region failed when Black decided to launch an attack on Epstein. Your mission is to escort a limo containing the diplomatic negotiators to an area under Warface command.
Into that hole.
Hi, I'm William Devane. Did you know there's only been 2 times in American history, 2, when the national debt was larger than gross domestic product? World War II and right now. That's a deep hole, and I don't know how we'll climb out. That's why I buy gold from Roslyn Capital. Roslyn Capital is a trusted leader in helping people acquire precious metals. Gold bullion, Lady Liberty gold and silver proofs, and premium coins can help you preserve your wealth. Call Roslyn Capital to receive your free Roslyn Guide to Gold, Gold and Precious Metals IRA, and silver brochure. With Roslyn, there are no gimmicks, no hassles, and they have fast, reliable shipping.
No.
Ask yourself, are you safe?
In my room, yeah.
Make gold your new standard.
Call Roslyn Capital today at 800-630-8900. 800-630-8900. That's 800-630-8900.
New concerns over the safety of ordinary citizens in the second biggest city in America after its mayor became a victim of crime for the second time. A burglar breaking into the home of Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass by smashing a window while she was inside. The suspect has been arrested and nobody was injured, but it's the second time in 3 years that Bass has been the victim of a home break-in. Critics argue that Mayor Bass only has herself to blame after she championed progressive policies like no cash bail.
It's really an embarrassment to our country that we have more people locked up in the United States than any place in the world. And if you look at the many people who are locked up, they're locked up because they're poor, because they can't afford bail or they can't afford proper legal defense.
So, Dana, this is the official mayoral residence. This isn't just her private home. Why does she have better security? The guy.
Oh God, what was that guy's name?
The pig. That's right, that guy. I guess that the answer here is that if you are a victim of a property crime in Los Angeles, you call 911 and just say you're at part of Karen Bass's team, and then you'll get special treatment. Otherwise, they don't come and take care of you. I don't want her to be in danger. I don't want any of this, but I also don't want Democrats to keep trying to shame people who are pointing out that crime and the crime and the quality of life is going down. Like, don't say, murder her down. Like, great, stop breaking into my house. There's just this weirdness, and also we know that the statistics are all being played with. I don't want her to ever have, I don't want anyone to be a part of this, but we have to make sure also that somebody like this gets prosecuted. So because it was her, will this guy who was arrested actually be prosecuted, or will he be let out like all the others? What do you think about that, Caitlin?
You know, we see this happen to a lot of Democrat elected officials. There was a congresswoman in Philadelphia who was carjacked, victim of crime. There was the Illinois Senate Majority Leader, carjacked. Henry Cuellar, congressman, carjacked. I wonder if this causes people to reassess their views on crime. Karen Bass, the facts here are egregious. Okay, this guy is the second floor of her home.
Was she hidden in a safe?
She had to hide into what was akin to exactly a panic room. And the guy had a previous criminal history. The suspect in this had previously been charged with kidnapping and attempted murder. Listen to this, for using a hammer and a snow brush to beat a man bloody inside of a van. That's according to the LA Times. He did 7 years in jail. Karen Bass today didn't answer many questions about it. I understand it's an open criminal investigation, but if you're hiding in a panic room, the guy had priors, maybe reassess if people like this should be walking free after attempted murder and a 7-year sentence.
Jesse, Dana brought up the crime numbers, which Democrats do like to talk about. Homicides are down in LA. Property crimes are up about 3.5% over the last year. So, you know, even though some of the numbers are going down, people still feel unsafe.
Actually, homicide is up.
Not over the last year, about 17%.
No, it says homicide right here, up 15%.
See, we disagree on the numbers.
Well, actually, you disagree with my correct numbers. When you go into a panic room, that is your last resort. I mean, I have a panic room in my house. I use it sometimes to get out of dishes. But it's very important that this story isn't underplayed, because you now have a mayor of the second largest city in the country. And this is the second home invasion. She had 2 weapons stolen from her last house. And now they're getting to the second floor of the official residence. This is on the heels of Nancy Pelosi's house having a home invasion where this guy knocked Paul Pelosi in the head with a hammer. And everyone's getting carjacked in Congress. I think the Secret Service detail for one of the Biden family members, there was an attempted carjacking of their SUV. They unloaded rounds in the middle of Georgetown. No one even knows what happened to the perp. Yep. They can't keep saying crime is down when these high-profile incidents just keep penetrating the psyche of the American people. It's not going to fly in November.
I was looking at last year's statistics. You're looking year to date, so we were both right in our numbers, actually. But, Brian, I want to come to you. The last time she had her home broken into, they stole 2 handguns. So she actually had guns at home. Didn't seem to protect her.
And a panic room. It's like she fully expected to be invaded again. She had everything. I'm glad she's okay. Ephraim Hunter's this guy's name. The second time he's been charged with murder, we know him back in 2015. I would say this. This is the nicest mayor's house I've ever seen. Even Donald Trump says that is a step up from Mar-a-Lago. Did you see the overhead shot of that place? Did you see that? That is a beautiful mayor's mansion. But that's where she lives. This is one thing I hope people understand is when, you know, if crime is up, if prices are down, and when politicians say just the opposite. When politicians come out and say crime's not a problem, we got it under control, bail reform has been a success, we know you're not telling us the truth. So you suddenly lose total credibility. And then when it happens to you, at least say you had a revelation and you understand what the American people think. And don't pander to them like Governor Hochul did and say, even though crime's down, people don't feel that way, so I'll put guys in camouflage without guns to check through 50-year-old housewives' pocketbooks. So you'll feel better getting on the subway, but the muggings and shootings and stabbings still happen. So just don't tell us something we don't know.
Women in the face.
Right, that's a new thing. 50 women have been punched blindly, just randomly, in the streets of New York City. That's the new game.
Yeah, and Gutfeld's mysteriously been off for the last week.
Well, hopefully Mayor Bass's luck gets a little better. And coming up, President Biden's suggestion that cannibals ate his uncle in Papua New Guinea, cooking up quite the diplomatic controversy. Stay tuned.
This program is brought to you by Progressive, comparing rates to help you save. Now that's Progressive.
Progressive makes it easy to save with a quick commercial auto quote online. So you can get back to your monster to-do list.
Really?
Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com.
Bring into savings this moving season with Pause. Save up to 25% now on moving and storage, and see why Pause has been trusted with over 6 million moves. But don't wait. Save up to 25% now. Visit Pause.com today.
When I started MyPillow, it was just a problem solution, one product company. Well, since then, with the help of my dedicated employees, we now have hundreds of products, some you might not even know about. To get the word out, we're having a $25 extravaganza. 2-pack multi-use MyPillows, $25. MyPillow sandals, $25. And for the first time ever, our 6-pack towel sets, you guessed it, just $25. Our brand new 4-pack dish towels, $25. And I've never done this before. Premium MyPillows with all new Giza fabric, any size, any loft level, even king size for only $25. And there's so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code for our $25 extravaganza. Order $75 and over. Your entire order ships absolutely free.
Weeds, I have you surrounded.
Take your load back.
With Scott's Turf Builder's Ripple Action, it gets 3 jobs done at once. Kills weeds, prevents crabgrass, and keeps it growing strong.
Download the MyLawn app today for lawn care tips and customized plans.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
So my daughter tells us you're in television.
And only $40 a month.
Unlike that last overpriced package.
Why can't you just be happy I can stream my favorite channels for less?
This family has values.
Sling is value.
Sling, the live TV you love. Sling.
Get the stink
off of me.
You still haven't broken up with bad bras and gone to honeylove.com? Take your current torture device of a bra. It in no way fits your body, and the underwire
stabs me in the boobs constantly.
Not anymore, thanks to Honeylove.
Wow, there's no spillage and no gap.
And there's no underwire. Don't take it from me. Look at all these 5-star reviews. Women everywhere are breaking up with bad bras.
In a crisis, your #1 need is food. FEMA warns every American to keep shelf-stable food on hand for when the world goes sideways. But for a limited time, when you buy a 1-week survival food kit, you can get 2 more at freefood321.com. Survival food that actually tastes good and is designed to last 25 years. Go to freefood321.com. This deal won't last. Go to freefood321.com now.
This is a story about the one who keeps it all moving. He is measured, precise. He thinks ahead, stocks the right parts, and knows just where to find them. Because for the one, this facility is about more than business. The industrial-grade products you need delivered fast. Call, click Grainger.com or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Just there's one thing you should always find. You gotta saddle up your boys. You gotta draw a hard line.
Why is he saying that his uncle was eaten by cannibals? That is a bad way to go.
Your last line is for a laugh. It's for a funny statement, and he takes this very seriously. His uncle, who served and protected this country, lost his life serving, and that should matter.
Well, it wasn't for a laugh, because that's actually what the president said. But the White House says you should not be joking about President Biden's tall tale of cannibals eating his uncle, because it might cause an international incident. The Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea certainly is not joking in his response to the president's story, saying this: President Biden's remarks may have been a slip of the tongue. However, my country does not deserve to be labeled as such. The Prime Minister also demands America clean up the remnants of World War II. Dana, the tall tales about Ambrose Finnegan coming back to bite them. I mean, yeah, indeed, they bit him pretty hard. I think, like, whenever you're the president, you're speaking to multiple audiences all at once. And, like, yeah, we can laugh about it, but you imagine you are the Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea. And now every Google search is coming up and saying, you've got this problem. So he's the leader of his country, and he has to deal with this. So now he's forced to come out and say, this didn't happen. And actually, by the way, could you guys clean up this World War II mess? He should use that to his advantage and get the Biden team to say, we'll do it, we're sorry.
Yeah, you know, Jesse, there was also an academic in Papua New Guinea who said, implying that your uncle jumps out of the plane and somehow we think it's a good idea that he's a good meal is unacceptable. They wouldn't just eat any white guy that fell from the sky.
Like they're just sitting around with a knife and fork looking up at the clouds.
Right.
This is, I would pull the ambassador if someone said something like this. It's a huge international incident. It's going to have massive implications for the Pacific. I remember, and R.I.P. Uncle Bozy, what a way to go. You know, of all the ways to go, that's probably the worst one. This reminds me of when Trump said Haiti was an ish-hole country, and it broke down the funding deal for the wall. Everybody walked out, oh my God, how dare he say a country is an ish-hole country.
It's gotten so much better since.
What's worse, a country is an ish-hole country, or the country ate your uncle?
Yeah.
This is so much worse.
It's really bad. They just signed a defense cooperation agreement we did with the country. And then what happened? What happened was China's foreign minister, Wang Yi, met with the prime minister in the capital on Sunday.
Oh. Yeah, Tony Blinken, the Secretary of State, actually met with the Papua New Guineans a number of times. They signed a defense cooperation pact last May. So this
helped, right?
This is where Joe Biden's tendency to freelance a little bit. You can see people in Foggy Bottom probably wishing.
I will say this: Papua New Guinea is vital. I did not realize it. I thought they were vital to the region because of the way China's spreading out. We need a base there. We lost the Solomon Islands basically because we just dropped our guard. So it is a problem, and these guys are highly insulted. So that was one portion of our history, deep in our history, and we hope that the president will come around and apologize and fix it. But keep in mind, the Nelson Mandela story wasn't true. Remember, he says he comes from a long line of coal miners. That wasn't true. Remember, he said he gave a Purple Heart to his uncle who died before he was vice president. He died in 1999, so that wasn't true. He saw two men kissing out in the street in 1950s. Almost nobody thinks that's true, because that wasn't even happening in the 1950s.
Hey, Farm Papa's true.
That's true.